Hi, I'm Melanie, also known as MYA Yoga, and today I'm going to take you through a just over 15-minute standing yoga stretch. So this is great for when you don't have much time. You can squeeze it into your morning, your evening, or even your lunch break. You don't really need a yoga mat. You can probably do it on carpet using pillows as well if you like. And all you need to wear is something that you feel comfortable in and that you can move around in a little bit. If you enjoy my videos, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, but also if you could share my videos with people who you feel might benefit or might enjoy them. I'm wishing you a great day and a great practice. Let's find a comfortable standing position, one where we feel very strong and stable. A Tadasana, so feeling like a mountain, grounded and rooted. First of all, let's take our feet close together and then start to take them quite wide and then back together. And do this a couple of times until you get to a point where you feel more grounded. Usually about hip distance, but it could be different. And then come onto your tiptoes. And then come back down. Maybe coming back onto the heels, lifting the toes. Come high on the tiptoes. And then coming back down, lifting the toes. And one more time. And then coming out to the edges of the feet, both feet, if that's possible and comfortable, and then coming back to center. If you can, lift all 10 toes off of the mat, spreading them wide, and then placing them back down. So now we feel that we're rooted through all four corners of our feet. Let's take our hands either side of our body. They can be facing, palms can be facing forward, but they can also be facing to the side of the body. If you are comfortable doing so, close down the eyes, otherwise take the gaze low. Let's stand here, drawing attention to our breath, drawing awareness. The soft and gentle inhales and exhales through the nose. Notice how your belly inflates as you inhale and deflates as the belly button comes towards the spine as you exhale. With each inhale, maybe allow your spine to grow taller. And with each exhale, feel as if your feet are rooted and grounded onto the earth. Take a few more moments here, just observing the breath. And then slowly, if the eyes are closed, blinking them open, coming to join me in the room. I'm going to take our arms above our head. Take the right hand and grab the left elbow. No, the left wrist even. Inhale, lift yourself really tall through your side body. And as you exhale, stretch over to the right hand side, feeling the stretch coming from the wrist all the way down to the armpit, all the way down to the hip. Inhale here and exhale. Come back to center, switch over the arms, so left fingers come round the right wrist. Inhale, lift tall, and exhale, stretch to the left hand side. Inhaling and exhale. Coming back to center. Unwind the hands, take them down to the side. Now take them out in front of you, interlace the fingers. Take the forearms together and slowly just roll and round those wrists. So if you're sat at the table or at your laptop, at your desk all day, this can feel quite nice to do just every hour so that your wrists don't get a little too groggy and tired. So if you did one way, do the other. And then take the palms away from you, stretching away from the body. Then take this all the way up, maybe gazing up with it. And then start to fold forward, taking the hands with you. When the fingertips get to the mat, grab opposite elbows and hang yourself heavy. So find a slight bend in the knees, allowing the tummy to come towards the thighs. Hang the head heavy and then rock from side to side, if that's comfortable, otherwise staying static. And you can bend the knees as much as you need to really allow yourself to feel quite heavy in this pose. Take 2 more breaths here. And then unwind the hands. We're taking our fingertips onto the mat. I want you to come halfway up with a bend in your knees. Take your hands onto your thighs. We're going to cat-cow the spine here. So inhale, lifting the chest, arching the back slightly, gazing up. Exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the top of the spine. Belly comes towards the spine. Inhale, lifting the chest, slight arch in the back. Chin comes up. Exhale, tuck the chin, rounding the spine. One more time. And then slowly come up to standing. Take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers together into a fist, keeping the palms next to each other. And slight bend in the knee as you fold forward here. You can take the arms overhead as far as is comfortable. And avoid locking out the legs by keeping that micro bend or generous bend in the knees. Slowly draw the fist towards the back and slowly lift yourself up. Shake everything out. And then take the hands into heart center. On the inhale, let's reach the arms wide either side of our body. On the exhale, let's bring the hands back. Take the hands either side of the body, facing at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift the arms above the head. Exhale, circle them backward as you fold forward. Palms come onto the mat. Head is heavy. Inhale, hands to the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, step yourself back to plank. Send the sit bones up towards the sky. We're in downward facing dog, looking like an upside down V. Take a few generous bends in each of the knees, separately or together. And then send the right foot up towards the sky. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. So the right heel is coming towards the left buttock. Keep squeezing the heel and pressing through the palms. Then take the right knee in towards the chest, place the right foot in between the palms, drop down the back knee. Let's take a low lunge. We can be on our fingertips, or if you're comfortable, take the hands onto the thighs. If you have blocks, you can take them either side, if that feels more comfortable as well. I'm just going to have my hands on my thighs here. Keep lifting the chest wherever you are, and keep squeezing through that imaginary midline in your body. Gazing forward, we take a few breaths here. And then framing the right foot. Leave the left palm down next to the right foot. Reach the right arm up into a side twist. Keep pressing through the left palm. An option here, you can keep that back left knee on the mat, or if you're comfortable in doing so, tuck the left toes and lift the back knee. We're twisting our chest to the right hand side of the room, and your gaze could be at your right foot, or it can be up at your right hand. Take one more lovely breath here. And then take the right foot down, framing, right hand down even, framing the right foot, dropping that back knee. Step the right foot back, and we're coming into child's pose. So you can untuck the toes and take the sit bones back towards the heels. Knees can be together or as wide as the mat. And taking the forehead down onto the mat. So your child's pose may look like this, or your heels may be, your sit bones may be far away from your heels. And maybe you want to grab a block or a blanket so that your forehead is cushioned. But we take a few breaths. And slowly walking the hands up, come back into a tabletop position. Step the left foot. Coming back into a tabletop position, we're tucking the toes and lifting ourselves back into downward dog. You may need to readjust your hands to achieve that upside down V. And if your hands are quite close, you may feel your shoulders are coming too far forward, and there's a lot of intensity on the wrists. So we want to take the down dog a little wider so that you can press away with your palms and come into that lovely upside down V shape. Let's lift the left leg up towards the sky, bend the left knee and open up the hip so that we're squeezing the right heel towards the right buttock. The left heel even towards the right buttock. Keep squeezing and opening as you press through the palms. Chest faces the mat, if possible. One more breath here. And then take the left knee in towards the chest. Place the left foot in between the hands. If it comes halfway, just give it a helping hand to the front of the mat. Lower down the right knee. We're in our low lunge here. You can take your fingertips on the mat, or the hands can be on the thighs. You can take a block either side of the left foot to give yourself a bit of support and stability. Squeeze again through that midline, and let's take 2 breaths here. Gazing forward, chest feeling proud, feeling puffed up. One more breath. And then taking the hands down, the right hand stays down, the left arm lifts up. And if you like, you can tuck that right toe, lift up that right leg, turning the chest to the left side of the room, but keep your bend in the left knee. One more breath here. Frame the left foot, drop that back knee, and step it back. Take a child's pose if you need, or tuck the toes and join me in down dog. Just take a few breaths, a few moments. If you're in child's pose, maybe coming up now into down dog to join us. We'll take the right foot up towards the sky this time. Right knee in towards the chest, place it between the palms. Find your stability here. Come onto your fingertips, really engage through the core before lifting yourself up into a high lunge. If there's wobbles, that's good. If you feel really wobbly, maybe take the feet a bit wider. So rather than being in one line, they're apart. This can feel a little bit more stable. Take the hands on the hips. Make sure the hips are facing forward. So you feel a little balanced and you engage through your belly so that we're not arching into that back. Take the arms high into high lunge, or you can take the arms wide into a cactus, bending the elbows. Inhaling and exhale. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Take the palms towards each other. Let's draw them away from the back, puffing out the chest. And exhale, we're folding forward slightly. If you want to come into humble warrior, you take the back foot down and you take the right shoulder into the side of the right knee. Or you can stay high on the back toe and just keep the torso parallel to the mat. One more breath here. And if any of this is too intense, you can take your knee down at any time and do a similar version. Next inhale brings you all the way up. Unwind the hands, lift yourself back into high lunge. Let's step that left foot forward. Step the right foot back this time. We're back in that high lunge. On the left hand side. Either arms in front of us. You can take the time to adjust, physically adjust your hips so you feel more stable. You feel quite strong in this high lunge pose. Option to take the arms wide into cactus, bending the elbows. And take the arms behind you. If you're staying high on the tiptoes of the right foot, interlace the hands, draw the fist slightly away from the body and fold forward, as if you're bringing the torso parallel to the mat. If you're wanting to do humble warrior, ground that back foot as if it's a 45-degree angle, interlacing the fingers and drawing the left shoulder onto the inside edge of the left knee. Keep squeezing through that midline, allowing the hip, if it's coming out towards the left hand side, to come back to center. All the while the arms are coming over the head if you're in humble warrior, or you're keeping the torso parallel. Let's unwind the hands, come back into high lunge, and step to the front of the mat. Take the hands down into prayer, and then take them onto the tummy, the lower abdomen. Find that stable mountain pose once again, but with hands on belly. If the breath has become erratic, we take a few moments to bring that calm back. Deep belly inhales and nourishing exhales. Take the left hand on the heart, keeping the eyes closed or the gaze low, and the right hand on top of it. We take a few moments to thank ourselves, our mind and our body, for carving out the time, being able to move mindfully with our breath on the mat, and expressing thanks to those around us for whatever they do for us. Slowly blinking open the eyes. Thank you once again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it.